absurd. This is quite ridiculous. I mean, I believe that this memo, the reason I brought up this story, is for the Benue State government to either debunk it or withdraw that absolute nonsense.
Well, I'm sure we'll see visuals of the president arriving shortly, and we'll be able to see what they have in store. But this is so insensitive. It is deplorable. It is the worst possible choice that one can make at this particular juncture. Let's start with the public holiday. Why? First of all, families are in mourning. When you look at the number that have died, not just in this in the last spate of attacks, but in a broader sense, the number is in the thousands, which means that there's no family in Benue State that has not been affected by these killings, whether it be directly or indirectly. So this is supposed to be a time of grief and mourning. What we would expect is that even before the president came, the state maybe should have actually taken a day out to mourn, a day of grief, and a day to honor those who have lost their lives needlessly during these attacks. That's number one. Number two is, you know, this spirit of Ashwebi. Ashwebi is such a wonderful thing, but we really need to figure out when it's appropriate and when it's not appropriate. I know they're not calling for actual Ashwebi fabric, but the concept is, you know, different groups wearing different colors. It's the general concept of Ashwebi. And you know, we normally see Ashwebi, you know, when the children are kidnapped and they bring them back, they give them Ashwebi. It's misplaced. It's absolutely misplaced, and this is not the time nor the day. Let's not shift the conversation away from the things that matter. The citizens, yes, you're more than welcome. It's important for you to welcome your president and honor him as he is coming to show solidarity with you. But there's a reason why black is the color of grief, and that's the color that they would need to, so that the president can also understand how serious the issue is. I saw videos of people sweeping. That's another thing. They've now sent people to start cleaning the state. Why was your state not clean to begin with? You should have been consistent with the maintenance of it. Now you want to, you know, as Africans, I know I'll round up very quickly, I know you want to move on, but as Africans, we also have a major problem because African homes, most times, no matter what we're going through, when we have visitors, we bring out our best cutlery, our best this, our best that, our best. It's African tradition to almost try to hide our shame. But this is not the time to do that. When your father, quote unquote, in the embodiment of the president is coming, is your time to cry at his feet. And this is our problem, not to, you know, put Vaseline on your face and make sure your face looks shiny so that he thinks that everything is in a better state than it. He needs to see the state for what it is.
Absolutely, and I love your point. Black is the color of mourning, and that's what the people of Benue should have done while the president is there. In the meantime, Labour Party leader Peter Obi has commended President Bola Tinubu for visiting Benue State. In a post on X, Obi urged Tinubu to also visit flood-ravaged communities in Niger State, saying that the president's presence in these devastated and grieving communities will be very reassuring and uplifting. His post reads in part. Both Benue and Niger states have lost over 200 lives each due to recent tragedies in Mokwa alone. More than 200 people were confirmed dead and over 1,000 are still missing following the floods. These are not just statistics. They are the lives of Nigerian families torn apart and their communities destroyed, highlighting that President Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa recently visited flood victims in his country. Peter Obi stated that if the South African president could do it, we trust that you, as our own president, can do the same for your people. Let your visit to Mokwa send a strong message that all Nigerian lives matter and that no community, no matter how rural, is forgotten. Please also consider stepping up security across the country, especially in disaster-prone areas. We look forward to seeing not leadership by remote control, but proactive leadership that responds not just with words, but with compassion and action. Meanwhile, a video featuring a survivor of the deadly attack in Yelwata sharing his harrowing experience has gone viral. In the video, the survivor, Michael Aja, said he lost 20 members of his family. He recounted how their homes were set ablaze by suspected herdsmen, adding that 11 members of his family died in one house. Aja also lost all his goods and property during the attack. He spoke with News Central. Let's take a look.
My whole family members that died yesterday, day before yesterday, on that very day, they were 20. That is my own family members. I'm not talking about any other thing. That is my own family members. This is my store. They burn my clothes, they burn everything, they burn our food. All my family members, what we came out with is our clothes, what we wear. On that very day, rain started in the evening. So we entered, I slept there. So I was sleeping around 10:20. We had gunshot at back there. So before we could notice that something is happened, Fulani men, they entered this place.
How are you sure they are Fulani men?
Because they were speaking and I was inside the room and I heard them clearly. Not somebody told me. I was inside the room there and they surrounded that room. I escaped narrowly. My brothers born in this house. Some escaped. My dad born in this house.
My heart goes out to this young man, Michael Aja, losing 20 members of his family. Rufai React, I'd like to bring you into this conversation. I'd like your thoughts on all the stories that I've read so far. We're seeing that, you know, the Benue state government is declaring a public holiday today, and that memo that went out asking, you know, support groups to come adorned in colorful outfits, while we see Michael Aja here recounting his harrowing experience of how he lost 20 members of his family. Your thoughts?
If the color of blood is red and the color of blood is everywhere in Benue because of the killing, isn't that enough need to introspect before the sycophancy that I see coming out of the state government? These are lives that you will never get back. Look at that man that said he lost 20 people in his family. Do you know the emotional trauma and pain he will live with for the rest of his life? Do you know the nightmare? Do you even care how he sleeps? And some people have the nerve to start a jamboree because the president is coming for a day of mourning. The president, please, is not coming to commission laudable projects of the Benue state government. The president is there to see the blood of the Benue people that washed their land because of the failure of their government and their country. The president is coming there because a country they pledge their allegiance to has failed them, not one, not two times. In the space of 2 years, over 1,000 people have been killed and millions, thousands have been displaced in that area. It is a day of sorrow. The blood of the people of Benue washes that ground they will be stepping on. But people are more concerned about jamboree. For what they have done, to even think and attempt to do like a jamboree, they have allowed the people in that area to die again. When are we going to stop this madness we do in our country? When are we going to stop this over-subservience to power when we need to solve the problem and speak truth to power? The reason for the problems in Benue can also be attributed to this sycophancy that we are seeing by these people. This same government that allegedly wrote that letter have not been able to tell us if they've gathered any intelligence as regards the people that perpetrated that heinous act. They are so quick to roll out the drum and declare public holiday. Did they declare a public holiday to mourn the people of Benue when they were killed? Did they declare a public holiday to mourn the people when they came out to protest? Didn't the security agents stop the people from protesting by shooting them with tear gas? What country are we running? When will this level of sycophancy stop?
All right. Well said, Rufai.